Hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I am playing World of Tanks. The tank in question is the T-40, which leads to the Wolverine. And this is going to be a little bit more about the Wolverine than it is the T-40. So we're going to look at the tech tree. And basically, if you watch my other videos, you'll see what I mean. I discovered that if you get the T-28 prototype, you can play that and get the T-28 and then the T-95, and you can skip all these tanks. So when I discovered it, I stopped playing the T-40, and he had around 7,000 experience. I am up to the T-25/2, and I really hated playing the Hellcat. Everybody loves it. I couldn't stand it because of the thin armor. But I've learned to love the T-25/2, and I'd like to go back and buy the Hellcat, which means, of course, I want to also buy the Wolverine and the Jackson, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to buy this Wolverine. So I purchased today the T-40, which was obviously at a discount, and perhaps the Wolverine is also at a discount. It's 50%. And today we have a special, which is 5 times for your first victory, as you can see with this Crusader. So I am going to take advantage of that. I have already played a game in the T-40. I got my 5 times. It wasn't enough to get me up to the Wolverine. But the question is, if I play tomorrow and play the next day, the next 2 days, I will certainly get enough to get the Wolverine. But then I won't be able to play the Wolverine and get the 5 times today, the 5 times tomorrow, and the 5 times after that, which would certainly help get me closer to the Jackson. So I'm going to have to make a decision. It is either play the T-40 a couple of games and earn the 4,200, or I could pay what would be equivalent of about 50 cents and get the Wolverine. And there is a discount today. The exchange rate is usually 25 experience per gold. Today it is 35. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the convert button, and I'm going to get that Wolverine. Like so. Which means I'm going to have to sell the T-40. I'm going to keep my, I'm going to keep my ammunition just in case it's usable. I don't know, like you'll notice that the first one said sell and the second one said send to depot. I don't know if it's automatically sending it to depot if the gun is usable on another tank or not. And I'm going to put the 61, 683, and I'll sell that ammunition at some point later. Oh, I've reached my limit of tanks that I can sell. That sucks. Okay, so I guess I'm not going to be purchasing the Wolverine. It might not even let me buy it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it won't let me buy the Wolverine, which means that I wasted my my experience. What I could have done is just saved it for tomorrow. So I cannot sell any more tanks today. If I want that tank, I'm going to have to buy a slot in the garage. Okay, so I bought the slot in the garage. I'm going to go here. I'm going to purchase the Wolverine. And I purchase it without a crew. I'm getting a 50% discount. And I'm going to go back to my T-40. I'm going to send the crew to the barracks. Now I'm going to go to the Wolverine, which is right here. And I'm going to pick a crew. One easy way to do it is just go like this. Ooh, that T-69's. I got to make sure. I have to make sure that this T-69 crew is in my T-69 because I don't want to use him on another tank by mistake. That could easily happen. So I'm going to pick United States. His crew should be in here. Looks good. T-20, Super Pershing, looks good. T-69, T-40, I kicked him out. Wolverine, T-25 looks good. Okay. So there's 2 ways to go about this. One is to just start picking guys. Like you can see this tank destroyer commander We've got another guy from the T40. We got another guy from the T40. We're going to have to recruit a radio operator, and we take one of these guys from the T40. Let's look at our barracks, and we'll see what we have left over. We got 2 guys. Oh, no, wait. That's not USA. I have 2 guys. This one has basically no experience. This one has 17% recon as a commander. So I'm probably going to reuse him because I want that 17%. It's going to take 21, 22, 23, let's say 25,000 experience to get to the Jackson. I might keep the Wolverine for a while. So what I might do is put in one of the guys from the barracks as my radio operator on the Wolverine. I'm going to go to my barracks and I'm going to pick this commander, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to change him to a radio operator. I'm going to find the Wolverine, make him the radio operator, and I'm going to click the change button. So now he is the radio operator. Let's see what skills I'm going to pick. There's a good chance it'll be camouflage. You really want camouflage as much as possible. And the radio operator does have a feature called situational awareness. I would recommend both. But if you're going to be sniping, you're probably going to be far away. Situational awareness comes into play if you're at the front lines or if there's fewer tanks in the game. But then again, camouflage always comes into play. So I'm going to use camouflage. You get to use it a little bit more often. I'm going to close this and get back to my tank. You'll notice he's at 104%, which is awesome. There's a chance that I'm probably going to reset this to give him mentor, because I want him to train everybody faster. So I definitely want mentor, which I now believe should be your first. Oh my God, did I do it wrong? I did something wrong. He had 17%. Huh. I must have clicked the wrong button or something. Well, I can watch the video and see what I did wrong. Okay, so whatever I did, don't do it. It does say mentor at 5%, which is better than... You know what? I don't know what I did wrong, but mentor at 5%, man, I screwed that up. That's okay. A little bit of a loss. We're going to go to training, hit current vehicle. We want him to have tank academy. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to training. We want the current vehicle. We want tank academy. And then we're going to go here. See how the barracks is doing. The only other guy is that guy. We're going to dismiss him. He's pretty useless. He wasn't that good anyway. We'll go into training, current vehicle, hit tank academy. So I apologize about the mistake that I made. Okay, so for the loader, you're going to put camouflage. Now the snapshot is pretty useless, and the clutch braking, I don't recommend that either. I recommend camouflage for both of these. But I don't think I'm going to pay for it right now. Maybe when I get up to my next tank, I don't know. Okay, so let's look at research. And I don't have enough to get any of this equipment, so I'm going to buy the engine. I'm going to get the better radio, 615, that's decent. In terms of the gun, we've got a 101 penetration, a 53, a 128, a 128. So I'm going to pick between these two 128s. 18 is the rate of fire, 16 is the rate of fire. This has 177, this has 177. The aiming time is the same. So they're about the same, with the exception that the second one has a better rate of fire. So I am going to purchase the second gun. And this is the derp style gun that does a lot of damage. You choose if you want to use it or not. I usually don't use it. Okay, so now we buy the ammunition. You don't want to buy the ammunition before you pick your gun, because then you might have to change your ammunition. You'll note that I already had some high explosive ammunition in the depot, even though it's a new tank. So obviously the ammunition is shared with another tank. I'm going to get the small repair kit. I'm going to get the large repair kit, these are all on sale today. And I am going to put in the automatic fire extinguisher, because I'm sure this tank catches on fire easily. But then again, the crew also gets injured easily, so you could argue either way. It's got an open top. Okay, so now we've got to do a good 20,000, 22,000. You really want the engines and stuff like that. It's going to be a good 30,000 to get the next tank. So I'm probably going to get some stuff on here. I could get the coated optics. Really should have a camouflage net. And I'm going to see if I got one on the T40. No. So I'm probably going to put on a camouflage net. Too bad it doesn't have a discount. I am going to put on the coated optics, and I want to check the reload time. It is 18 rounds per minute. I'm guessing that's 3 seconds. So 3 seconds is pretty fast. I don't think I need the gun rammer. Usually the enhanced springs can be good, because this type of a tank is going to go really fast, and you're going to have suspension issues, and obviously you can get tracked going over bumps and jumping off of stuff. The medium spall liner obviously is a good idea, and the tank gun rammer is always a good option. The binocs, if I plan to do a lot of spotting, so it's possible I might end up getting the binocs. The aiming speed, you want to drive the tank first to see how it does. The toolbox is your own decision. Definitely if you have a fixed turret that doesn't turn around, you probably want a toolbox, because people are going to track you all the time in order to prevent you from turning around. You'll notice that it doesn't have the vents. It does have an open top. However, it is possible that if you purchase this other turret, it might not have an open top. So that can definitely change. So I'm going to put coated optics. I'm going to mount them. And in terms of binocular telescope, I'll probably take them off of another tank, or I'll just decide later. Actually, I'm probably going to get something for free, because I'm working on a mission that will give me a free one. And I'm getting all the camouflage. I don't know if it's on a discount today. No, I guess not. But the camouflage for 7 days, I don't mind paying for it. I'll be playing this tank for probably 7 days. So now this tank is fully equipped. Again, I made a mistake with my commander, that you don't want to repeat that mistake. And it looks like everything's good to go for my first battle. So this is the M10 Wolverine. Let's go into battle. And I will probably try to play it as a scout. Now in this case, on Cliff, there is a lighthouse, and I would like to try and climb that lighthouse. It's not a safe maneuver, because my armor is probably very thin, which is it's probably going to be a fast tank. I don't even know. But a light tank is going to be a fast tank. It's going to have light armor, and they're going to be shooting at me from all over the place. So it is a dangerous maneuver, but I'm going to give it a shot. Last time did not work out so well because we had virtually nobody that went around on the east side, so the enemy just came rolling around and nailed us.
Let's go.
If you want better acceleration, it doesn't seem like it's a fast tank. If you want better acceleration and a faster tank and more power, you need the tracks in the engine, which I don't have yet. It's not Hellcat fast, that's for sure. So therefore, it's more appropriate as a sniping tank, and I don't think it's going to be very good in terms of spotting. It's going to do a lousy job for spotting. So I would say it's probably not going to be like a Hellcat. As you can see, it does have the 3-second reload time that I estimated. Missed a shot on that guy, but that's okay. So I think I'm just going to ride around hunting for tanks. Let's hunt for tanks. There's only one guy going around the far side. I'm going to go in the middle. Yeah, he was definitely shooting at me. Come on, cruiser.
Enemy is hit.
Nice job. Would you like to play a game?
Target acquired. Where'd they go? That one bounced. Critical hit. Enemy armor is hit. Critical hit. Track hit.
So obviously I was spotted. I had like 3 artillery hits that came in. As did the KV-1.
Ready to fire.
Aim my gun.
Target unlocked. Permission to engage. Target released.
That is not good.
Penetration. We're dead for. Everyone get out.
So obviously someone hit me from behind. Don't know who it was. Okay, so my first impression with the Wolverine, I'm not that crazy about this tank. I thought it would be like the Hellcat. It's definitely not like the Hellcat. I got maybe 2 penetrations, 3 penetrations. Not enough to give you high ranking for the team. So I probably didn't do too well. I expect that I got in at halfway or less in the team ranking. You'll note that even though it's 7-6, the enemy has 3 SPGs, so they really only have 5 tanks. And we have 6 tanks, so it's more like 6-5 in terms of tanks remaining. And I think we're in a good position, but anything can happen. Mr. Forestry. We don't have any other Wolverines on our team, otherwise I would definitely show those games. Take your shot, buddy. Come on, take your shot. What's the deal? Well, he didn't get a shot. He's got a lot of tanks to go up against. I don't know why he didn't go after that SPG. That was clearly in the open. Going up against 3 tanks wasn't that bright. I think all their tanks are at the enemy base area, but I'm not sure. There's another tank that I wan. Yeah, I guess he's there too. M3 Stewart. Reload. Got that cute little gun. Looks like a cyborg. There's 3 little things on the front of his gun, on front of his tank, that look like pipes, and I think they might be to create a smoke screen, but I'm not sure. And the reason why I had that idea is because I've been watching World of Warships, and they have smoke screens or something. And I think that I may have seen some video that showed a tank that had a smoke screen. Okay, so they got 1 tank left. There's a player asking for Top Gun, which is stupid. I mean, he doesn't deserve it just because he wants it. Apparently he hit an ally. I mean, that's what it said. Or no, it was a different KV-1 that hit the ally. KV-1, these tanks are decent tanks. But, you know, they're going to be slow when you first get them. Oh, he's got a mark of excellence on his gun. Look at that. He's got that red star on his gun. Okay, final results. I predict halfway or lower half. Let's see where we go. I got halfway. 3 penetrations. And I got the fire for effect. And I won a small repair kit. And I'm also working on the second mission. This one is for the toolbox. I need 50,000 experience. So I need to get another 17. Okay, anything interesting over here? Well, I would definitely recommend getting the engine or the tracks. I can't get the turret right now because the weight is too heavy. So this is a game where you have to get the tracks. So I'm going to use that to get the tracks. And now I shall be a lot happier. And I'm going to go to my depot. I'm going to go to my equipment. And I'm going to, not sell that. I'm going to sell these shells that are not compatible. I'm going to sell all this stuff. Hopefully I won't use it anymore. There is a possibility you might sell something that is usable on another tank. It can happen. These are for vehicles I no longer own, so I'm going to get rid of all these. And rake in the money. One thing you want to do is you want to be careful about selling tanks on days when there's a discount. And the reason why is because you don't get to sell it at the same price as on the days when the tank is at its normal price. You have to sell it at a discounted price, so you get less money for your tank. Okay, so that is the M10 Wolverine. You can see my percentage went up to 19, and these went up to 29. That was like a 10% increase. That's pretty good. If you have any questions, please post them below.